We are setting it straight with Doc Bots. We're here for another episode. So glad you can join us. Dr. Thomas Bartolari from New York Presbyterian Hospital is going to be joining us. My name is Todd Bavona from Gotham Trinity Productions. Joining me now is Michael Graziuso, my partner at Gotham Trinity. Mike, what's going on, man?
How you doing, Todd? How you feeling, man? You sound like you had a rough morning.
I had a rough morning. It's happened twice in the past 3 days where I've gotten up at around 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden my nose was stuffy as heck. Now, I have allergies. It's seasonal allergies. We're talking about all the COVID-19 talk around this time. And there was a meme going around. Of course, COVID-19 comes out during allergy season because I don't know if I need a Zyrtec or if I'm going, or if I have to go get checked out. Right. The extremes. I mean, so I've been waking up with trouble breathing through my nose and even a little bit of wheezing in my chest. And it took me, I walked around. I had a couple sips of water. I walked around downstairs, walked the puppy really early. And I was fine. I just needed to walk around and loosen up. But my doctor prescribed me an inhaler just in case. So I went to go pick it up.
Definitely good to have, especially now.
But I used my N95 mask to go out. I used gloves. I did the one-in-one method. Well, I did it differently. I did everything I needed to touch and receive or give with the glove hand, and then my phone and driving in the other hand.
Ungloved.
Okay.
Ungloved.
All right.
Yeah.
But we're talking about what could have been symptoms.
Right.
Breathing issues are a symptom of COVID-19. But let's bring in Dr. Thomas Bartolari to tell us more. Doc Bots, I don't think I have it. I don't have the fever, which is a symptom I'm hearing. It is respiratory. The sense of taste, sense of smell, I have that. Tom, can you talk about the symptoms and what we should be looking for?
Yeah, so the allergy season is upon us too. I actually got a phone call this morning from my brother-in-law, and he was basically in the same boat you're in: congested, itchy eyes, feeling a little tight in the chest, and he wasn't sure what to do. I think in those circumstances, if you have a history of allergies, you have to ask yourself, is this the same as what I've experienced in the past? And of course, call your primary like you did, and if necessary, get the nasal swab, make sure it's not COVID. But if it's typical of what you've experienced year to year, there's some really cool products that are over the counter as well, like the Zatador eye drops or the Flonase nasal spray that can help to open things up in those congested airways.
Perfect. The nasal spray, I have that.
Yeah.
I went to
People forget about it. Now, the problem with that, Todd, I'll tell you, the nasal spray, this is the conversation I was trying to have with Ralph, and maybe we can talk about how this nasal spray works. People make a huge mistake when they use their nasal spray. Right. Mike, do you ever use a nasal spray or no?
No, I don't, but I should, because I just don't breathe through my nose. I accepted that.
All right.
Well, maybe we should get that looked at, Mike. But when you use the nasal spray, many people spray straight up into their head. We were talking about testing yesterday and how the swab needs to go back towards the same eye because that's where the turbinates live. So if you're spraying this way, that's not where the passages need the spray. They need the spray towards that same eye. So you have to aim kind of back and towards your eye. And when you do that, the other mistake people make is they sniff it in and it gets in their throat. So it's good to gargle with some water immediately after. So don't sniff it into your throat. Just try to breathe normally and get the medicine where it needs to go.
I never knew there was a wrong way to use a nasal spray. It's genius. And it makes so much more sense now because this is all your sinuses are here, right? They're not up here,
So hold it, angle it back more towards this way.
Towards the same eye, whichever nose you're spraying, whichever nose, you only have one nose, whichever nostril you're spraying, right, back towards the eye is where your turbinates live.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right.
Okay. Well,
so we learned something in addition to the symptoms of COVID that we're going to go over right now. That Tom's going to go over.
The symptoms of COVID are different, right? So the allergy symptoms that you experience generally, the itchy eyes, the nasal congestion, maybe a little tickle in the throat, that can possibly be the beginning of COVID. But more along the lines of what we're seeing is this anosmia, this loss of smell, this strange taste, sometimes a little bit of stomach upset or nausea, and the respiratory symptoms is that tightness in the chest, the cough. Headache is a big symptom, as well as chills, fevers, and people say rigors, that shaking when you're getting something, when you're sick to the degree that your body is the temperature regulation is off.
Is it like a cold shake? Like it's like chills and you're shaking, or is it like just okay? Yeah. Doc, you say fever. So now my understanding is like, so when you get the virus and your body's natural defense, it actually causes your body to heat up, which swells, which puts the water in your lungs and causes all types of the respiratory issues here. Is there anything when that happens? It's like, I know, like immediately we should probably call up our general physician, our doctor, and or see or know, or is there something like, okay, we know we have it, something maintained? Should we put ice packs on? Because when I train, I have like a little ice bath. Should I get a fever and jump into the ice bath, or that's just like making things worse?
So Tylenol is good for fever. There was some talk of not using Advil, but the World Health Organization has since softened that statement as far as Advil or Aleve for fevers, ibuprofen, naproxen. But yeah, you want to control the fever, but your body's response is from a dysregulation from the virus, your normal system response, but it's also increased metabolism. Your heart rate is up, and your body's working to attack and fight against this infection. So there's this sort of homeopathic concept that you sweat the virus out, you let the fever go, but you don't really want to let your fever get above 101, 102 and not try to control it. In the old days, the ice baths and things like this, I don't know if that's really of any benefit, but at least a cold compress on the head or neck can be of benefit as well for controlling the fever.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. We got a little history. We got a little allergy lesson with the nasal spray today and the symptoms of COVID. Brilliant.
Great.
Yeah, but the symptoms of COVID, again, if you're not sure, get on the telehealth, get into your primary. Don't guess, especially if you're over 40 years old and you've got hypertension or diabetes or any other health conditions, because this thing does attack the lungs. It is a pneumonia, and it is dangerous.
Correct. So do what I did. I called my doctor. I said, Doc, something's not right. What do you think? I think you'll be all right. Go pick up yourself an inhaler. And I did that, and I'm going to use that tonight. So thank you to my doctor, Dr. Damaso. But thank you, Dr. Baudelaires, as always. Appreciate it. I think that was very informative, Mike. That helped us out a little bit.
All right.
Right? All right, we're good. All right. That completes this episode with Set It Straight with Box. We'll see you next time.